Hello, everybody. It is Tuesday, and you know what that means. It is Turntable Tuesday with Thom, or maybe in your household it's Taco Tuesday. I don't know. In my household, it's not always Taco Tuesday. Sometimes we have Irish stew, which doesn't make any sense at all. But anyhow, today we've got something very special for you, because we always have something very special for you, don't we? Today we have the 50th anniversary of Yes, featuring Jon Anderson, Trevor Rabin, Rick Wakeman, live at the Apollo. Now, those of you who are indeed Yes fans know that there was at one point, we're about to use a big word here, which I love, a schism between the Yes members. Schism's just a fancy word for a split. So, for the 50th anniversary, Yes actually had two different lineups touring under the Yes moniker. There's another big word. Schism, moniker. Man, I should have been an English teacher. Anyhow, this particular lineup features the original lead singer, Jon Anderson, guitarist Trevor Rabin from the 90125 era, you know, owner of a Lonely Heart, and, of course, Rick Wakeman from the classic era lineup, like from the Yes album, Fragile, you know, all that stuff. And in fact, at this year, there was actually a group touring under the name Yes that had Steve Howe and Alan White, just totally different lineup, totally different dudes. In fact, the other lineup of Yes actually had none of the guys that appeared on the first Yes album. This album actually has the, I believe, one of the two surviving members of the original lineup. No, I take that back. There's three surviving members of the original lineup. Two of the big guys that died. Peter Banks, who was the original guitarist, has since passed away, and as has Chris Squire, who was, up to a point, the only person that ever appeared on every single Yes album. So once Chris passed, they split. You know, it was kind of a weird situation. And you know what? My mother used to have this expression about somebody had more whatever than Carter's got liver pills. And I always thought, when I was a young child, she was talking about Jimmy Carter, because he was president at the time. And I thought that maybe Jimmy Carter had some liver problems and he was taking a lot of pills for it. But that's not what it was at all. It was some kind of pill that cured everything, except for Yes lineup changes, because there were a million of them. And, we all have our favorite players and everything. I'm one of those guys that if I've had a few cocktails, I can actually name every single person who's ever played in Yes. Probably including this particular brand of Yes. You know, because they've got a different bass player and a different drummer, whose name escapes me right now. See what I did there? Anyhow, this particular album, 3 vinyl set, orange vinyl, absolutely beautiful. The playing on it is fantastic. It really is. And if you're a Yes fan, you don't. I don't know. Jon Anderson. Yes has had a few different vocalists, as I mentioned. I can name them all. Benoit David, remember him? Incredible guy, good friend of mine. No, never met him. You had John Davidson, who's with him now. You've got a guy named Trevor Horn, who was from the Buggles. He was with him for a while. And then, of course, Jon Anderson. Now, Jon Anderson's the most famous of all the Yes vocalists, and he still sounds great. I don't know why he couldn't get along with everybody else, but, these progressive rock bands, they just have more personality conflicts than Carter's got liver pills. Jimmy Carter, which I would imagine at his age probably does have a fair amount of prescription medication and possibly liver pills. Milk thistle, by the way, is very good for your liver. That is a pill. It's a vitamin. So what do I love about this stuff? Well, Trevor Rabin, actually what's cool about this, and hopefully I can find the picture and we'll do a little cutaway. Trevor Rabin, this is my son Trevor Jennings. And Trevor Jennings was indeed named after Trevor Rabin. Now, I first heard Trevor Rabin way back when I used to live in this place called Littleton, Colorado. And they don't have a historic marker for me living there either, which is a little weird. But, yeah, whatever. This was where Turntable Tuesday with Thom lived. But yes, I was living in Littleton, Colorado. There was some woman by the name of Tracy, not my wife Tracy. This Tracy was kind of some hippie chick that smoked a lot of marijuana and asked me to come out to her car to play this cassette recording of these songs with Trevor Rabin as the guitarist taking over for Steve Howe. And I was very enamored of the music, and I fell in love with it. And then later on, Trevor came out with a solo album called Can't Look Away. I was listening to it all the time. And I said, when my son was born, I said, hey, let's name him Todd after Todd Rundgren. Because I said that with all my sons. That was summarily rejected. And then we went to the next choice, which was Trevor for Trevor Rabin. So that's your useless bit of trivia today. If you are a Yes Man, as far as live album goes, I think, aside from, Yes songs and Yes shows are my two faves. But this one's right up there. I absolutely love it. And if you love Yes too, you should say yes to this album. Get it? Anyhow, Turntable Tuesday with Thom. I'll see you next Tuesday. Have some tacos.